Hey there. So this is an unscripted video. I just wanted to sort of throw this out there because I think there may be a problem with either Zhezhi or the game. We'll have to see. But I have a worry right now because for the past week and a half or so, I've been sort of trying to test out Zhezhi and see what she can do outside of the box, outside of what people have been saying, because the typical team comps with her right now is that she's usually paired with Zhezhi. I don't have her, so I'm trying to look for other ways in which I could utilize her, where I can find value and where there isn't value. And one of the hypotheses that I ended up having and thinking about was that if I were to level her normal attacks, I wanted to know if doing that would increase these two things, her Forte circuit and her resonance liberation. The reason I say this is because both of those things incorporate basic attack damage as the main way in which the numbers are, I guess, gotten, right? The game calculates their damage as basic attack damage. So that at least sort of signaled to me that maybe it might scale off of her normal attacks. And so if I were to level up her normal attacks, that would in turn also boost the damage of these two things. And I've been having a bit of a hard time because the numbers have been very inconsistent. I tested this on a stream that I did a while ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe. Just kidding, not 2 weeks ago. She didn't come out 2 weeks. Whenever she came out, and I did my stream, I had her at level 1. I tested her at level 1 normal attacks, and I tried out her resonance liberation at level 1. I saw that there was nothing there. I leveled up her normal attack to 2, and then I saw that it got an increase, a very small increase. And I'll show you that because I actually wrote it down on the time that I did that. See, from level 1 to level 2, it was this amount of an increase. The coordinated attacks, though, were showing this, 122 to 137. So at least it showed to me that touching nothing else, right? I didn't touch anything else except for those two things, or I guess that one thing, because it was only her normal attack that I leveled, that there was something there. And so at that instance, it confirmed, quote unquote, to me that leveling her normal attacks would be a valuable thing to do, because then it would level up her coordinated attacks and her Forte circuit by extension. However, as you can tell from the rest of this document, this hasn't been consistent. So I don't know if it's a me thing or if it's a game thing, because I don't know if the UI is bugged. I don't know if the game numbers are bugged, because one of the other things that I ran into was at rank 4, I was testing this. I got 229 with her normal attacks at rank 4, her liberation at rank 4. It was this. However, I leveled up her rank 5, or her liberation, to rank 5, and it went down. The coordinated attacks went down to 217, and that threw me for a fucking loop because I didn't know what the hell was happening. I've done my very best to sort of see how this would work, what I was maybe doing wrong, right? So I have no echoes on her. This is her weapon, right? It's an energy regen thing, and it gives me concerto energy. There's no attack, there's no crit damage, there's nothing to buffer her attacks, right? And the only thing that I'm doing is I'm using her basic attacks to get her resonance liberation up, and I'm using her resonance liberation and I'm testing from there. I'm not using her Forte or her resonance skill at all. I don't know what's going on, because I've just been having these inconsistent issues with Zhezhi's testing specifically, and I'm trying to narrow it down on what it could potentially be, because I'm more than open to the fact that I am fucking up in some way. I'm not a theory crafter. That's not what I do. I'm just trying to figure out ways in which she can be seen as useful outside of the box in which everybody is putting her in. And this is really bugging me because I don't know if this is just a game thing or if this is a content creator thing, because a lot of the times, from what I've sort of noticed, is that a lot of the creators that do the testings, they will have either early access, so they can drop the guides on day 1, meaning that these numbers that they're getting are outdated, And I think a perfect example of that would be Vars 2, where he was using Zhezhi and Chang Li together, and he was saying that Zhezhi's outro skill, where is it? Outro skill, what it was like a 40-something% increase to the resonant skill damage. That's what it was in the beta that they were playing. Now it is this, which is totally different. So there's some wonkiness there, right, with the creators there. But I know also, too, some other creators, like Maggie, for example, who I love, by the way. She does wonderful work. Go check her out and support her. She's created a Wuthering Waves calculator for you to calculate damage numbers. And that's, I think, where kind of an issue sort of lies, because I think people aren't testing things manually. And so they're only relying on the calculators to get these numbers that just are spit out. And when they actually, you know, like me, as I'm trying to manually test this with as little variables as possible, I'm running into inconsistencies that I haven't seen anyone talk about. And I think that's important, because if numbers are bugged, Kuro needs to know about it. Whether or not it's a UI issue or it's an actual damage issue, it doesn't matter, because that they need to know about this. And if nobody's reporting on this, or if nobody is saying anything, I will be the one to say it. But also at the same time, again, if I'm doing something incorrect, please let me know. And you know, of course, I'll take the L on that. But I feel like what I have right now, everything is fine. I was trying to test another thing where I was trying to see if the Resonance Liberation outro buff that Jian Xin gives, if that will buff the damage for her coordinated attacks on Zhezhi. And again, another inconsistent thing. I've done a lot of recordings, as you can tell, and then some of these were even from the past, and so I'm unsure as to what the hell is happening with these numbers. I don't know why they go up, I mean, I know why they go up because of buffs, but some of them are so small that it doesn't match with any of the buff descriptions that they give, because none of them are like, you know, a 1.12 buff. None of the lowered numbers are debuffs that are that low. Like, I don't know what the problem is. So if anyone can help me out with that, I would be greatly appreciated, and I think the community would also appreciate that too. Again, in the instance where I was testing Jian Xin, which I was doing today, she also, nothing here. Her weapon is this. Again, another energy recharge, ceaseless aria, gotcha weapon, I think. She has no sequences either. And again, her entire kit, there's no attack boost outside of her outro skill, which is the only thing that I've been using outside of her Forte circuit to give me a shield. But that doesn't give me anything in regards to the coordinated attack damage or basic attack damage. Like, there's no buff to that. There's no attack buff. And I'm so unsure as to what the fuck is happening, and it's pissing me off. Because I can't seem to find anyone that has an answer or will even help or give any kind of like confirmation or feedback that I've seen. So I don't know if anyone can help me out here. Because I don't know if this is a thing specifically for Zhezhi only, or if this is a thing that extends out to literally every other character. Because again, I think most people are just doing the calculations through a DPS calculator and not running them manually to see if the numbers actually line up. And I hope that makes sense. Again, this isn't like a call out to anybody, right? I'm not saying any of the people that have done the guides or the videos are bad people or anything like that. That's far from it. I just want to make sure that the game isn't bugged, and I want to make sure that I'm not crazy on this, because I can't seem to find out what the fuck is going on with these numbers. So yeah, if anyone can help me out, I would be greatly appreciated. I hope all of you are doing well, by the way, and if you have Zhezhi, then I hope you're enjoying her. I'm going to be trying to make a little video on her too, because I have quite a bit to say on her, so I think that will probably be the next thing to probably look out for. So anyways, I apologize for this video being a little long and maybe a little scatterbrained in a way, but I didn't know how else to do this. So please let me know, and of course, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for letting me take your time, and as usual, be safe out there. I'm gonna go fucking rip my ball hair out or something. Jesus fucking Christ.